I don't want them to gain another yard. You blitz all night! And if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans. What?
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Trying to be a little low, but yes, good morning. Game day. This is game day, week number 3. Surprising, it's going by fast. It's going by very fast. This is a tough game. This is a game where, and just looking around the league, and we'll get to a little bit of around the league, for some of the games that I'm looking forward to. This is a game where you're facing teams that are winless, and you're always going to get their best game. So no excuses. Really is not any excuses. At the end of the day, we got to find a way to get a victory at home against a tough, physical Baltimore Ravens team. So that's where we sit. A lot of everybody, non-Cowboy fan. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but everybody is rooting against us. Eagle fans, obviously. We'll be Saints fans today, us Cowboy fans. But Eagles fans, obviously, the mainstream media, I don't think much about the Cowboys. The 3 and 4 letter networks, Club Shay Shay and his bedroom antics. Of course, he's going to pick the Ravens. I would expect nothing else. Of course, Stephen A. Smith, I want to see what he's got to say. I'll show you just a brief clip of what they have to say regarding the Eagles and Cowboys. I just got done watching John Gruden's got a new YouTube, he's a YouTube channel where he predicts. Go check it out. Kind of interesting. But, I broke it down. I did a video last night. Go check it out. My keys to success. It's an easy answer. It's not one we really want to have to make, but we are better right now. We are a nickel, 3-4 nickel defense. That's just what we are. The good people will identify what we are and play it. We'll see what Mike Zimmer does. Now, he's a crusty, stubborn guy, but again, they don't have the defensive tackles right now to run a traditional 4-3 down in and down out. You saw what happened last week. I got news for you. We need to run the ball a little bit today. As far as, Cowboys fans, you can't drop Dak back that many times. You need to roll him out. And Dak even said it. You're going to have to run, Dak. They were dropping 60 defensive backs at times last week. You're going to have to run and take what they give you. It's just, and he even said it right after the game. You're going to have to run to loosen everything up a little bit. If I'm the Ravens, I would drop as many men in coverage and force Dallas to run the ball. Dallas can run the ball. Dallas is running over at 4 yards a run. They don't have a guy who can take it to the house. I get it. But it's not so much having the bodies. Everybody gets too caught up in, we don't have this, we don't have that. No, we're averaging more yards a rush than most teams. We just aren't getting the attempts. When you're down 3 touchdowns, you're not going to run the ball very much. It's pretty easy, to figure out. So you're going to have to throw. But I need a better day of the play calling from Mike McCarthy. I need a better defensive call. Again, just go back and watch the video that I posted last night. I have the keys to success. We break it down. We show you from the people who know what happened from game 1 to game 2. Game 1, Dallas played a nickel defense in a 3-4. That's what they did. We are more talented right now in our linebackers. So put more of them out there. Okay? That helps D-Law. That definitely helps Micah. That helps our linebackers. We were able to spy, Deshaun Watson. Again, that's very similar. The Ravens obviously have a better running back than Cleveland did at the time. The Ravens have some holes. Ravens are dead last in yards against the pass. Dak's going to throw the ball today. Expect Dak to have a big game. Big game. So, to me, these are all, people are getting caught up with the old Ravens. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a field goal game, people. If there's any blowouts, it'll be Dallas blowing out the Ravens. It'll be Ravens just completely collapsing. I don't see that. Not a John Harbaugh coach team. The offensive line is struggling at times. Again, everybody's thinking Derrick Henry and Ravens of old. The Ravens haven't showed up right now. They have pride, but they've also lost a lot of people. So this is not your traditional Ravens team. Dallas is an underdog at home. I expect them to be ready to go. But let's just take a quick look at First Take. Hopefully they don't gig me for it. It's going to be a short. It's going to be a short video. Let's see what they say.
I'll start with you. When we look at the Eagles at Saints, incredible.
They're going to cover Eagles at Saints. We'll listen to that, and then we'll go right to the Cowboys.
NFC matchup. Saints are favored by 2.5. What do you think's the key to this game, Shay?
I think the Saints' ability on offense to do multiple things. They can run the football. They can throw. Obviously, they play action off of that. I still don't trust the Eagles' defense. I'll be willing to give the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to take the Saints into 2.5 that they're giving up. I think they're going to cover that easy.
I think so as well. I think that the Saints are just a better team right now. I think the Eagles got a lot of problems to fix, and I don't think to expect them to fix it now on the road in New Orleans, I can't see it.
Who's the most important player in this matchup?
To me, Alvin Kamara. If he's effective the way that he was last week, the Eagles have no chance.
Well, I'm going to look on the defensive side of the football, Stephen A. You got to take one of those. Jalen Carter is now or never. They brought you in. Fletcher Cox retired. You guys have to shut down, starting with you, because I believe you are the best player on the defensive side of the football. You need to be dominant. You have that kind of ability. He needs to take this game over.
All right, let's get into the Chiefs and the Falcons. And, Shannon, I know you have a lot of...
Yeah, we're not going to do Chiefs and Falcons. We'll go right to Dallas.
It'll be this weekend, and I think the Atlanta Falcons steal one.
All right, S.A. Ravens at Cowboys. What do you think is the key to this game and the most important player?
I think that, Derrick Henry, you're the Ravens, you hand him the football. If you can't run on the Cowboys, just give up the damn running game, because these guys let you run all over them. You should be able to handle your business if you're the Baltimore Ravens. You should go into Dallas, and you should run roughshod over them, accumulate 180 to about 200 yards on the ground. That's what I think is going to happen to the Cowboys in this game, and that's why I think the Ravens are going to win.
I like the Ravens also, but I think Lamar Jackson's going to have a big game running the football. I think Lamar Jackson's going to get outside.
You obviously didn't watch the first week.
He said, like,
you're too busy bumping and grinding.
I expect Lamar Jackson to have 100-plus yards
JJ.
running the football, and they dominate the Cowboys. I like the Ravens on the road.
We ready?
Again, are we surprised that they picked the Ravens? That's what they do. That's what they do. Shay. Make sure you're not live when you're doing your thing, all right? You know what I'm saying? So we knew that was going to, we knew that. Just looking at, let me switch the camera here. Just looking at The Athletic, just some of the headlines. Cowboys-Ravens predictions and previews trying to slow Lamar Jackson, just to let you know. John Machota picked the Ravens. Youssef picked the Cowboys. So, yeah, The Athletic is pretty on point. You know, it's going to be a close game either way. Actually, Youssef has Dallas winning pretty big. Cowboys' early season woes are predictable. Jerry Jones' passive offseason is responsible. Everybody wants to. I mean, again, we're not one player away from beating the Saints last week. It's a scheme thing. It was a total collapse. Week 3, Mike Zimmer confident he can fix Cowboys' run game issues, but does he have the tackles? We answered that. The answer to that is absolutely no. Just some around the league stuff. Kingsley Suamatea, me and Primetime Phil, we were at the draft as well as Mark Holmes. We were at the draft, and Phil brought up a guy. I liked him, not as much as Phil, but I did like him, and I think he still has a good future. But he was the BYU left tackle. Kind of slow-footed. Well, he has just been benched as the Chiefs' offensive line is struggling a bit. They're going to start Wanya Morris to start left tackle for the Chiefs rookie. Kingsley Suamatea benched. Malik Willis is likely to be the starter for Green Bay at Titans. I think interesting. So I guess no Jordan Love this week. Just some around the league. Evan Ingram ruled out for Monday. So anybody that's got Evan Ingram in your fantasy league, he is out. Taysom Hill is doubtful against the Eagles. Again, Leo Bridgewater did, Leo on Mark's Live, Leo did say that, just look at that Saints injury list. It's pretty long. So kind of interesting. It was a physical game against the Cowboys. Dallas seems to be trending the other way with injuries. Tampa Bay downgraded Vita to out. Vita Vea is out. T. Higgins good to go for Monday night. Okay. Morgan Moses is expected to miss 2 to 4 weeks with an MCL sprain. So Chargers' decision on Justin Herbert will come after pregame warm-up. So Justin Herbert probably is going to play, but is dealing with some issues. What happened to my screen here? I'm going to go back into the mailbox. I made my prediction, but if anybody didn't watch Primetime Phil, every week on Primetime Phil, I do my weekly pick. I have Dallas' schedule right where I thought they would be. They're 1-1 after 2, which is what I had. Problem is, it has the opposite. It's like the hardest thing in the world to predict. These games out of the gate, because you really don't know what you're getting. Again, each year, people, is of its own. If you have a veteran team, and there's a narrative that Dallas is an older team. It's quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. We have young people starting all over our team. We have 2 rookies on the offensive line who were holding their own, mind you. Cooper Beebe is the 3rd-rated center. He just is for allowing pressures, so he's doing well. It's funny, I was watching the video last night, and it was on my video that I did last night. And they were saying that Tyler Biadasz is just, he's limited in what he could do. I've been telling you that. He's not a bad player. He gets outmanned by bigger people, not Cooper Beebe. So Guyton struggles a little bit, but still, it's not like he's collapsing. He's holding his own. He's actually getting better. So, again, that's unprecedented to start 2 offensive tackles and not really suffer an issue. And either one of them are the reason why we're off to a 1-1 start. People act like we haven't won a game. Okay, I got you. I don't, again, I think the Cowboys are held to a different standard when these same people are the ones telling us that Dallas hasn't done anything in 28 years, but yet we have to be 2-0 somehow. Yeah, I would like to be 2-0. I think this is a big game. And on defense, we have a lot of rookies. Kalen Carson, I think Kalen Carson is a key for today's game. Rookie out of Wake Forest. Kalen Carson, or they called him in college the walking seatbelt. He needs to, John Harbaugh ain't dumb. John Harbaugh is going to try and find a weakness. The run game, defense. If we run a 4-3, they're going to have major success, like Shannon Sharp says. If we do indeed run that 3-4, a nickel, and I still think they'll be successful at times, but this offensive line for the Ravens is not the offensive line at all. No, they're going to come out firing. That's why I think our offense is going to be the key to the game. We need to come out and put points on the board. Lamar Jackson will not kill us. Will he have a good run here or there? Yes, he's just that good of an athlete, which is why he's won 2 MVPs. He's not a great passer. We're just not. Okay? We have our tight ends back this week. Everything is pointing in the right direction for me. The problem is we're fighting a wounded animal who's not going to just play traditionally today. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. I mean, they're just going to go. And if they're behind in the game, they're going to continue to do that. If they're ahead in the game, they're going to punt and play defense. So it'll be interesting. I believe Dak Prescott, who has 22 fourth quarter game-winning drives, will get his 23rd. I believe that this is a last possession game. I think the Ravens are winning. Justin Tucker kicks a field goal to take the lead. Dak gets the ball back. Just remember, people, we do not have to go very far to win the game, especially with Brandon Aubrey. This is going to be a nail-biter, people. This is going to be a nail-biter. We're all going to be white-knuckling it. Brandon Aubrey is going to kick a 50-yard field goal, 53-yard, 55-yard field goal to win the game. Cowboys win a 24-23 over the Ravens. Early in the week, I had the Cowboys losing, but after seeing what happened with week 1 as opposed to week 2, week 1 we ran 89% of our defense was the nickel 3-4, 89. We stopped the quarterback, Deshaun Watson, from really killing us out of the pocket and running. We stopped the run game pretty much. We dominated the game in the first half. We didn't do much offensively in the second half, but we did what we had to do on defense, albeit they didn't have a Derrick Henry. I get it. Albeit with a couple backup offensive linemen for the Browns. I also get it. The Ravens are making a change on one of their tackle spots. They're a little banged up. They've lost 3 offensive linemen to free agency in the offseason. They've replaced them with guys who aren't as good as of now. They have time to get better. But again, you're going to see more of that nickel 3-4 front. They're going to try and run on it. We'll see if Dallas can stop it. To me, you can't do any worse than what you did with the 4-3. So there's my pick, people. I want to keep this video rather short. I will be streaming the Eagles-Saints game at 1 o'clock. So between now and then, I got to go out and do a couple things outside. And then we will watch the game, the Dallas game at 4:25. I will not stream the game, but I will come on and do a post-game live immediately following the game, instant reactions, and we will discuss everything about the game. Hopefully it's a win. And if that's the case, then we'll have less people watching because nobody likes to watch when Dallas wins. If they lose, I'll have a lot of people. Oh, well. But I'm really thinking that we have to get a W. We have a short week coming up. We play Thursday night in New York, New Jersey, against the Giants, just a little over 2 hours down the road at MetLife. Dallas at the Giants. Short work week. Let's get a W today. That'll make that game a lot more fun. If we lose today, then now it's white knuckle. Now are we going to be able to go and win on Thursday? the narratives, everything changes. So, number one, stay healthy. Number two, let's get a W. All right, everybody, just remember one more thing and don't ever forget. Late.